research that came out, it was in March, was around the cognition process of advertising, which I'm going to talk to you about today. So 5 key findings came out of this research. Number 1, cognition is fast. The human brain needs less than half a second to engage with mobile advertising and trigger a reaction. So interestingly, you've got the attention here. You can see along the bottom is the time, and along the top is how long it takes that user to interact. And 67% were already engaging at 0.4 seconds. Time is relative, so ads in a mobile feed environment gets attention faster and trigger stronger cognition. So this is particularly interesting because current viewability standards doesn't differentiate between mobile and desktop. It has a standard 1.5 seconds for static, but actually ads in a mobile environment are processed much quicker than desktop. So therefore, you should be seriously thinking about how we should be catering in terms of ads within a mobile environment versus desktop. And you can see here the attention differentiation between desktop and mobile, and also the cognitive load in terms of what happened when those emotional responses were triggered. Our brain is faster on branding. So in other words, well-known brands versus unknown brands. And this is what was interesting, that regardless of the power of the brand, so for example, a Unilever compared to a local brand, the attention of the ad is exactly the same. But from a cognition process, well-known brands triggered a much stronger emotional response than unknown brands. And this is particularly also important when it comes to the weak ads, in that if you're a well-known brand and you alienate your customer within that first second, in other words, you create a negative response, it's very hard to win that customer back. Motion drives emotion. So video ads create emotional responses much earlier than under a second, which is very interesting in fact that viewability standards place video at 3 seconds for standards and 1.5 seconds for static, whereas here we're showing that video actually triggers a much earlier emotion, so we should be under a second again. And here we are, video ads generate stronger emotional responses. This is all available to you. If you're science buffs and you want to find out a little bit more, then you've got access to this. So weak ads work fast and fail faster. So weak ads process a much quicker emotional response, but they fail much faster. What was interesting about this study here is you can see here the low performance and the high performance. So ads that we knew perform well on the social media platforms triggered both positive and negative response within that first second. Yet the ads that failed, pretty much 100%, all triggered a negative response. So when we say that if you trigger that negative response very early within that first second, your ad is deemed a failure, regardless of where it's placed, what colours you use, or what creativity you use. So it's really interesting to understand that to have that focus around what you're placing within that first second is hugely important.